fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Jackson on second down. Caught left side to Crabtree. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
The throw left side complete to QT. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans are in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Target. Two jet.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
Two jet.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Willie Henry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. And they'll run it here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And again, it's Collins. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth.
Come back.
Watson now on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
It's caught by Crabtree. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the end zone, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. Spins by, and he'll work his way forward up to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Come back. Richmond.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way. But I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. They go again with Collins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, Miller. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love the 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. Got it complete to Crabtree. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 66 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 74 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and this is now a one-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know them.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Jackson from the shotgun. And able to find John Brown. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Collins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking up. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 48 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, he tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware taking it in. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. This quarterback now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete. It was Orlando Scandrick the one that time to knock it away.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And oh, it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And now here comes Kansas City. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. He's going to go deep for Conley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you've got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 28 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he spins through. John Brown, 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown with officially a 103-yard return. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And his throw is incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And now it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he steps away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now it's Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 99 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They'll run the counter with Collins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker.